Okay, so I definitely jumped the gun and grabbed the first wave of Warrior class Earthspark toys thanks to my lovely wife who spotted them in Home Bargains, instead of just waiting on the deluxe toys. Look, I can't help myself sometimes, alright? I just really like the designs. We have 3 toys here, each being quite simple, but with a fun gimmick. You know, how much fun they are really is up for debate, but they're there. Remember fun gimmicks in Transformers, you know, instead of them just standing there. Well, these don't do much more than just stand there, but look, calm down. First up, let's have a look at the least impressive of the bunch with Skywarp. Now, in the show, they're defined as female with quite a different look from the toy here, since this is a straight up repaint of Cyberverse Warrior class Starscream. It's quite jarring to have the in-show incarnation on the actual box, and then this totally different design staring back at you. But I still bought it, so I suppose if there's blame to be levied here, it's on me. Oh god, I'm so fair. Still, Skywarp is a fun, if fairly basic toy. No leg articulation, but we have it in the neck, and the waist, and the arms. The gimmick is this weird spinny twister thing. Keep turning and let it go, and she spins around. It's so fast that it's easy to miss these blades on the wings coming out. Let's see if we can catch that in slow motion. Transformation is really straightforward. Get Skywarp to do a very uncomfortable looking sit-up and then fold everything over. It's bulky, but it's still a fine looking jet mode. Skywarp's fine, just like the Cyberverse line in general, probably more expensive than it deserves to be. The other two definitely have that Cyberverse feel to them, smaller, lighter, and they're mostly made up of ball joints. So they feel less substantial than the Deluxe, but they're still posable, and like the soap in the secret TF Nation hot tub, they're worth rummaging around for. Elita-1 is super vibrant and stiff. The joints on mine are ridiculously rigid, which I'm into. She's got a very limited arm movement and joints at the hips, and she kinda has knees. I'm not 100% sold on these being wholly intentional for the robot mode. Elita's big gimmick is this pistol she's holding. Spin that around and wowee, it's a big rifle. It's not exactly elegant in execution, but it is fun to spin around. Transformation's actually quite involved, which was a surprise. Sometimes I feel the plastic they use on these doesn't lend itself well to the more complex moves. It's too flimsy and slippery, but it comes together well enough and we're left with this big SUV looking thing. Areas like this is where you see the cheaper side of the Warrior class become apparent with a lack of paint apps on the windows and the like. It really doesn't look premium, but the Warrior class aren't premium, so shove it. Elita-1's pretty good, a limited robot mode, but I do love that design. Last up is my biological dad, Optimus Prime. Now I get the feeling this is pretty heavily cribbed from a Cyberverse figure, but I can't find specific examples, so maybe I'm just paranoid. First, they've done a great job capturing his character in that head sculpt, haven't they? They've given him the big long faceplate, which I don't mind as much as some folks seem to. Perhaps loving Transformers Animated means I give big chins a pass. A really good range of motion on the boy here, and besides the back of his legs, we don't have too many big obvious gaps. I dig it. It's Optimus Prime. The gimmick is so weird because I was sure this thing was going to spring out on its own on some kind of switch, but no, you manually fold out the axe on his arm and then you fold out the additional blade. Perhaps keeping it this simple allowed the better range of movement though, so I'm all for it if so. Its transformation is almost exactly like you'd expect, although getting it tabbed together is a bit of a pain at times. Again, that pliant plastic provides problems. Still, once you're there, there's a handsome big truck mode, isn't it? It's got a big axe growing out of the side, but that's just how it goes. Overall, it is a fairly strong start to the Warrior line. They're all fun, if a little expensive toys, that are clearly for the younger crowd. I'm not disappointed in them, apart from maybe the accuracy of Skywarp and the reuse of a toy from an older line, but I get it. God, I'm so reasonable sometimes. Alright, cheerio!